back to Speedy Japanese. Today we'll be studying some more hiragana, and we'll be taking a look at the K lines and the S lines. So last lesson we learnt the A, I, U, E, O, which are the basic sounds in Japanese, and the lesson today will build on those sounds with some more. So we'll take a look at the K line. Just let me change my pen up here. Alright, so remember, stroke order is very important. We want to use the correct stroke order for these characters so that we can keep them nice and tight and tidy. Alright, so starting with ka. Now the sound sounds very much like the sound in car, so ka as in car. And we want to start on the left and go around like that. Then come down through it, and then have a third block there. So once more, if we were to draw it a little bit quicker, and a third time. Oh, that one's a bit square, but I think you get the idea. I like to think of it as, you know, there's Japanese, so a sword is cut in ka. Alright, the second one we'll look at today is ki. So ki, it sounds very much like the English word key, and it looks like this. So we start with two horizontal lines, come down through them, and put almost like a little keyhole on the end. So I remember this one as ki as in keyhole. Alright, third one is ku. It's very simple. Looks like the greater than sign, or the less than sign. If I've got that back to front, yep, this is greater than that. The greater than sign in maths. I think about this one as in Australia we have a bird called the kookaburra, so I think ku is in the kookaburra's mouth. So don't know if that helps you or if you're Australian or not, but that's how I like to remember it. Alright, number 4 we have ke. So we start with one line down like this with a little line, then a horizontal line, and a third curving line through it. So once more we go down, across, oh that's pretty large, and a third one, and ke. A lot of people will remember this one, ke as in a keg of drink, or keg of beer, or a keg of anything. So ke as in keg, and it looks a bit like a old school barrel if you can see that in my picture there. The fifth one we'll look at today is ko. So we come across like this, and then under. It looks almost like the character I, but squished on its side. So we go whoop, and then underneath. I remember ko as in coin. And as you can see, it's pretty round and like a coin, so it's a fairly easy way to remember it. Alright, so that's our K line. We've got ka, ki, ku, ke, and ko. On the other side, we're going to take a look at our sa line, or our S line. So first up we have sa. You'll see it always goes in the same order, A, I, U, E, O. So we've got sa. We start with a horizontal line. You'll have picked up by now that one of the rules for stroke order is the horizontal lines come first. Then we come down through it, and then the loop on the bottom. Sort of like ki, but with only a single line. Whoa, see that? See? Stroke order was back to front. As a result, much uglier shaped kanji. There we go. That's back in normal shape. Alright. Second is shi, which is one of the easiest kanji both to draw and remember. It's just a long loop. My favourite way of remembering this is, I think about it as she has long hair. If you imagine a person with a head here, and that's her hair there, she has long hair. She. That's my favourite way. Alright, next we have su. So we go with the horizontal stroke, down, in a circle, and then a little tail on the end. My favourite way to remember this one is I think of Sue being pregnant. You can see a little baby bump here. So Sue. Sue is pregnant. Sue. Alright. Next we have se. We go a horizontal line here. Then we go a little there. And a third line across there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I like to remember this set as in setting sun. It looks like two people walking along a beach into the setting sun. So se as in setting sun. Last but not least we have so. Now so is an interesting one. It comes down like this. It's very much a zigzag with a little keyhole sort of on the bottom. So we go down, across, back around, like that. It's all a single stroke, so don't lift your pen off the paper. So. So as in soccer, or so. I like to remember this one as in so. Looks like someone's stitching, so as in so, or soccer. Depending on your accent. I know the American accent makes soccer sound more like soccer, so it doesn't quite work, but with an Aussie accent, so as in soccer is the perfect pitch there. So we have ka, ki, ku, ke, and ko. Then we have sa, shi, su, se, so. Alright, so practice pronouncing those as well as reading and writing. The pronunciation, unlike many other languages, there's not much tonal difference, so it will sound the same every time you hear it. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in today. Next lesson we'll have the ta line and the na line. So tune in next time for a bit more hiragana mastery. We'll see you next time on Speedy Japanese.